Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday with Silvers. Awesome to see you. Thank you for being here. ¿Por qué estás en este planeta? ¿Por qué estás en este planeta? ¿Por qué estás en este planeta? Vas a tier, amor, vas a tier, quiera. ¿Por qué estás en este planeta? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? Will you bring love? Will you bring war? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What are you on this planet for? What did you learn the time before? And what are you here to re-explore? What are you on this planet for? Oh, did you bring us love? Oh, there's never too much love. Spirit is calling you to uplift the human race. So begin with a smile upon your face. That's right, smile. And fill the world with grace. Yeah. Those are lyrics from my song Grace. Every time I go into a prison where I work with some young people in incarcerated youth. Um, and they always say, "What are you on this planet for?" The moment they see me, they want me to sing it, and an important question for me anyway. Why am I here? What am I here? Right now, I'm here to be with you, and I'm so glad you're here. I apologize for the sounds in the background. I don't have a studio per se. This is my studio, which is in my house, and I have upstairs neighbors, and they happen to decide to take a shower 5 minutes ago. So if you hear some sounds in the background, maybe you can hear it over the mic. Hey, it's ambiance. It's black noise. They're not black, but I'm part black, so we'll say it's black noise. Anyway, thank you for being here. Um, yeah, I just had this experience the other day of going into the prison where I teach. I teach there once a week. I show them how to write and how to share their thoughts and kind of work on who they want to be in their lives. And that question, "What are you on this planet for?" is a big question. I don't know that everybody contemplates that one. But welcome to Sunday with Silvers, because this is a place where we talk about stuff like this, why do we want to, what do we want to bring to the world? I guess you could say, and I know I was having some trouble. I was really fearful going into the prison, not because of I was necessarily fearful for my own physical safety, although I do have to be careful. But I was fearful because there were a few weeks in a row where some of the young people, incarcerated youth that were there, did not want me to come back, and they were making it very clear, and they were, um, kind of trying to gang up a little bit on me to make me feel like I wasn't welcome. And initially, I tried to not let it bother me, but as the week went on and it was getting closer and closer to the time that I was going to go there, I ended up kind of feeling nervous about it. And so on my way, I started, and it was really just a couple of individuals, and one in particular who was trying to kind of spearhead this whole movement against me. And I knew not to take it personally, because I felt like this person just wanted to feel like they had some power in their life. This is a young person in their teens who's incarcerated, and you know, it's got to feel fairly powerless, I would assume, and just wanted to exert that power over me. And so I didn't take it personally, but it still hurt, to feel not wanted. And when I was really coming there to give my heart and to try to support these young people in finding some pathways for themselves toward a different experience, hopefully a better experience at some point in their lives. And so, as I'm driving there, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to, all these things I could say, like, well, hey, I know you feel like I don't belong here, but I guess that means you do belong here, or something kind of cruel like that. That kind of stuff can come up in me, and I'm assuming in anybody, where, you want to kind of get defensive or whatever. But instead, I wrote these lyrics on the way there, and it's going to be a song. At this point, it's not, but it says, there is you, there's me, and there's we. So who are we going to be? We never will be free until we finally see that we are not enemies. We can live in harmony if we sing together. So let's sing together. And then I want to make it a song where we can sing, and I can teach the audience some harmony, and they can sing in harmony, because I feel that singing together is one of the most beautiful experiences that we can have. That's why people love to go to concerts. They're all waiting for the one they can sing along together. So this is a song I wrote for my wife. This is a love song. I may have done it before. If I did, I apologize, but I'm going to play it again. Without the wind, I could not fly my kite. Oh, that's wrong. See, I know I wrote them, doesn't mean I remember them. Goes like this. It's called Without the Wind. Without the wind, I could not sail my boat. I could not make it float across the pond to you. Without the wind, the chance would be remote that you would get my note of how I care for you. I would not catch your fragrance as it dances on the air, or have a chance to follow it and hope to find you there. Without the wind, I could not fly my kite. There's the kite. Upon which I write the words, I love you. Without the wind, it wouldn't reach the heights to pierce the clouds just right and let the sun break through. They say it's crazy to believe in something you can't see. But love is like the wind. Once you feel it, you believe. Mm-hmm. 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 Without the wind, your paper aeroplane would never make its way across the pond to me. Without the wind, the note in which you say, for me you feel the same, I might never see. Sometimes a chance for love is gone before it can begin. I'm grateful for this chance. Where would I be without the wind? That's from my wife, Wendy. As you can see, I like to write love songs. Gosh, I was listening to this man today. I've never thought that I was a country artist, but I know my best friends, one of my best friends, Michelle, she's always telling me, oh, you should play country music. And I heard someone today, gosh, I wish I remember what his name was. Jeff something, I think. Anyway, that's good. Jeff something. Oh man, he sang a song, a country song. I mean, I'm crying watching this video. I mean, it was really pretty moving. I love country music because, you know, it tells stories. I'm a bit of a storyteller myself. So let's see if I can tell you another story here. You know, if you're able to drop something in the chat, I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to work it. I may or may not be able to see it now, but I'll read it later. It's kind of tough for me to answer anything in the chat while I'm playing and while I'm, you know, playing for you. But I would love to hear what you have to say. If you have anything to share, if you like the music, if you don't like the music, that's okay too. You can tell me that. That sucks. That song sucks. You know, that's the thing. When you put yourself out there, out into the world as a musician or an actor or whatever it may be, you know, you run the risk of people telling you how they feel about it. So I'm just going to keep putting it out there and know that there are people out there that enjoy it, and I hope that's you. You know what? I'm going to do this song. This is a song I wrote. It took me a long time to write this song. It almost took me like 30 years. And I may have mentioned this before, but I went camping with my dad and my brother when I was a little boy, and we went to Canada, and we were told that you could see the aurora borealis, which, if you're not familiar with it, they call it the Northern Lights. And it's this beautiful light show. I know that recently we've been able to see it here in the United States when, you know, in areas of the United States where we typically can't see it. You know, farther north toward Canada, you know, some of the United States can see it. But recently, apparently, you've been seeing it all the way into some of the, you know, Western states, from what I understand. I didn't get a chance to see them. But back when I was 8 years old, I'm rambling here because I'm kind of tired, but I'm giving it my all here. It's tax time, so I always wait till the last minute. But anyway, yeah, so I went camping with my brother and my dad up in Canada, and we wanted to stay up and watch the Northern Lights. But, you know, there's no guarantee they're going to happen. So we stayed up all night long sitting by our tent, hoping that we could see them. And they never came. We just never saw them. So we were going to be in the same campsite for another night, and we decided that we would stay up another night, or at least, you know, stay up part of the night and try to see them the second night we were there. And we were so tired from the night before that we fell asleep before the sun even went down, and we slept the entire night. We got up the next morning and went to breakfast, and the waitress told us that the greatest Northern Lights show that they had seen in a decade had happened that night, and we slept through the entire thing. So I was I wrote a song about it. It took about 30 years to write the song, but it goes like this. We missed the northern lights last night. The locals say it was the most amazing sight, one like they had never seen since Old Man Brown was young and green. But we missed the northern lights last night. I stayed up all the night before with my brother and my father sitting by our canvas palace, looking for Aurora Borealis. But there were no northern lights that night. When we heard the news, we felt so disappointed. And I could see my father was so sad. He thought that he had let us down, but he was still anointed. We loved him just because he was our dad. We missed the northern lights last night, zipped up in our palace and sleeping side by side, dreaming of Aurora Borealis. We missed the northern lights last night. Come on, let's fly. Come on, let's take off in the night. Travel back in time until we see those northern lights. They're gonna shine. They're gonna sparkle in our eyes so bright. We're gonna see those northern lights. We missed the northern lights last night, but I never will forget how we stayed up by firelight, looking for Aurora Borealis, sitting there beside our canvas palace. My brother, dad, and I, our love filled up the sky. And now I see we are those northern lights. Wow. Yeah. Sometimes songs bring me back to where I was when I wrote them. Oops. And yeah, my dad passed away in 2008. And it's funny. I was in the prison the other day speaking with some young man who was one of the few that was actually really open to working with me and wanting to connect at that time anyway. And I was telling him about my father and the fact that when my father passed away, I had to, end life support and be there with him when he passed. And, if you've ever had to go through that or just losing a loved one, it's an intense experience. And, they're always in your heart. My father's always in my heart. So anyway, it looks like my battery's running low here on my computer. I'm at time. I just say that because I think it's good to be able to have our feelings and to, not hide our sadness if we have it, but not hide our joy either. Be happy if you can, because happiness breeds more happiness. And I'm just so grateful that you're here, grateful to have an opportunity to share with you, grateful for life, and wishing you all the best. And stay in touch with me. I have a community. You can join my community. We can connect. And that's my goal, is to connect more and more with all of you. So God bless all of you. Thank you for being here. And have a wonderful day. Sunday with Silvers. Come back next week. Okay, love you all.